Hello dear friends and welcome on the video tutorial number 29. This is Paul, and if you are new here, please subscribe to my channel right now and give like if you will see the video helpful for you. Today I will describe what you can change and modify during transfer, but I will not describe the transfer function because it was explained in the tutorial number 5, where you will learn how to use it and what the transfer is for. So I recommend, if you do not know about the transfer and how to use it, please watch at first the video tutorial number 5 and then come back to see in detail what you can change during the transfer. So we have today transfer 2, and at first we can jump into the user guide where the transfer is explained, and here you will find and you can read what you can modify during the transfer function, and I will show it directly in Gene. On the previous tutorial I ran the Gene running pick 2, where I have shown how to get more time for your generation, and here we can demonstrate what we can do during the transfer. So the transfer is activated, and when I continue to click setting, and before start I can change or set up the filter. So I can put like this, and I can run the Gene. And this is very useful when the gate is too tough or you need to adjust the filter that you are getting at least some results. So at this moment it looks very tough, and I can modify the filter, the gate, in a way like it is. So let's say that we reduce the 2, and we can have number 1 here, and we can put 0. And we see we are already getting some more results as the gate is not, or the filter is not as strong as it was before. So that's the first thing we can change during transfer. The second, and just before start, we can change the numbers in the first and second row in the input box. And you can do it, and do it only in case you will make some mistake. For example, I did some mistake in the third drawing day, and I do not want to run all the generations from the beginning. So in this case you can change the numbers and you can run the Gene. Now it's considering the new numbers here and comparing them with the generator, with the Gene, so input box and output box. Then what we can do is just before I click setting, I can change the last seeds. So I would like to change the seeds for this, and I can change also the last swap numbers like that. Now when I click settings, and you can see, just watch how these numbers are moved to the seed 1 and 2 and are used for the further generation. Normally this change doesn't need to be used, and there is not so much sense and recommendations, but you might find some reasons for yourself. So then this is the way how you can change it. And when I click setting, you can see that your new numbers are used for the upcoming generation to generate the further numbers. So we started, and now it's running with first initial seeds for this generation, and I will show at the end of this tutorial why I am using this, and there can be one reason for that as well. The next thing what you can change is the recuperation. Now we see that we have not the enough recuperation we can have, as the maximum and efficient is the sum of previous and future lots, in our case 10. So we can change to 10, and then we can start the generation. And now the recuperation is that we are taking from the end until the beginning the numbers are generated, so every sequence is compared with the input box. So this is the last change we can do during transfer, and there are no other possible modifications. If you do something else than I shown right here, then you can damage your generation and you can get error results. So this is all what you can do. I also want to point out one thing. I will end it, and what will happen during transfer is that it is taking the numbers or the seeds from the last column, like we see it here. And when I start again the generation, the seeds are moved to the beginning of the generation to generating the numbers to the new input box, and it's making the cut here. So we are losing, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's say 8 or 9 draws. We are losing it. This is the cut, and normally it's no problem, and it's not you don't need to take care about this at all, because during the whole generation there are thousands, millions of drawings, so it doesn't it's not any problem at all. And that's one thing. But if you want to avoid the cut, or before I will explain it, just the second is if the seed is drawn new here but not the new one, when you stop the generation, then it takes these seeds from the previous draws. And now let me explain. If you want to avoid the cut, then the best way is that I will try to make it that I can see it. And I would like to see also the monitor box. So if you want to avoid any cut, you want to have continuous chain without any interruption during the transfer function, then you should look to the monitor box. The monitoring should be activated, and when I am running the gene, and let me check it in the user guide. It's explained in the point D, and also below it's explained in the point G. And one of thing is that the first column should be the newest one. This value should be higher. Just we have to be sure that the both seeds in the first column of the monitor result box are new. That can be recognized that the second column of the monitor box has higher number of cycles. So this should have higher numbers of cycles, and we know that the first column is the newest one. So let's see. Now it has higher, and this one is not the newest one, so we can continue again. Yeah, now this is higher. So then when we pause it, at first we have to pause it, so it's paused, and now the second row has higher value. Then we are sure that these two seeds are the newest one. And if we want to avoid the cut from here to here, the best way at this moment is that I can make it like it is here. So at this moment I will end the generation, and you see it was filled by another seed. And what I will do is that in this point, when the settings is active, just before, right here, I should put these numbers, this one and this one, from the monitor box, from the first column, and I will put them as a last seeds. So you see we have now as the last seeds, there are these ones, and then I will click settings, and now you see the seeds from the first column are here, and the generation will start from this point. So we will generate again these numbers, and then it continues without any cut. So then I will run it, and we are continuing without any cut. We can switch off the monitoring and it continues. So that's all what you can do during the transfer function and what you can modify. Thank you for watching and your attention. If you missed something, just replay it. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel right now. Give like if you will see the video helpful for you. Provide comments, feedback, and join us on the Facebook page, groups. You can support me on the Patreon, and see you next time on the further a few video tutorials there are in front of us. There are really a few, and there will be simple ones. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.